much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th.
Coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DA. I sure can. All right, DA. Thanks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the center. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young, lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that your
the 4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Green with the jam.
There's no way Draymond wasn't getting that ball as it came off the rim. Draymond, a premier example of why the NBA tracks things like those hustle stats we see.
Now here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Wiggins outside. The 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard, no luck. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now, here is George. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Over Green. Morris, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Wiggins finds Thompson. Here's Green, covered by Morris. Thompson from long range. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's the Clippers' ball. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now Curry. Paul George missing from long range. Bucket is good.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The pass to Leonard. He feeds it to George. And George with the stuff.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Thompson against George. And now here's Chris. He's covered closely. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. George looking around. Inside, Leonard. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Curry passes to Thompson. Leonard against Wiggins. Outside, Green. And Curry has it in the corner. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you, inside, outside, and in transition.
Back to Thompson, over George. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And still... one of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
And he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the point guard position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
Now here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Pass to Shamet. Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Here's Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Connects from three-point range. Poole's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Green, the pass to Williams. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Wiggins. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
One shot. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And
Tough
all of
to
those guys,
defend, right?
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin. On top of that, if we talked about their physical nature and stature, I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But, man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Now here's Beverley, the 15-footer. Morris, no good. Wiggins against George. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Curry. 9 points for Andrew Wiggins. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Jackson kicks to Green. Back to Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Curry with it. He's got 6. Launches a 3. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson passes to Green. In the corner, George with it. From deep three-point range, the putback, and Green is right there. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pascal, the pass to Curry. Here's Pascal. Back to Curry. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubats is checked in.
Yeah, this is not the guy you want to step up and make his way to the free throw line, but you wouldn't expect that he's going to miss any of these.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Thompson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's Morris in at the 4. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 1-point game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Los Angeles on D. Pass to Green. Over Morris. And Green gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
Well, last summer, Greg, was supposed to be a large courtship for Klay Thompson. The injury, though, kind of changed things in his free agency.
It didn't take long for him to re-sign with the Warriors. I think as soon as the team offered him a max deal, he signed. Looks like the Splash Brothers will be together for quite some time.
Curry way outside and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
Now Thompson, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Green kicks to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Green, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 6 points.
A big guy with guard-like penetrating ability. Draymond Green, fantastic awareness.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And here's a look at the stats for Chris. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's right around 13 points a night, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for
Yes,
the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Curry kicks it to Looney. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. He's covered by Shamet. Shot clock at 5. On its way from Curry for 2.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Clippers trail by 3. Jackson up top, guarded by Curry. Here's Green. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Smailagic, and he makes that one. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Shamet missing. The Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Poole. He's guarded by Williams. Jackson against Curry. Now the pass to Poole. Looney kicks to Curry. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
I don't know how you do it, but you just can't give Steph any room from any distance.
Shamet the pass to Morris. Dishes it to Green. Poked away. Passes to Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. They kick it out to Green. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 20 seconds left in the third. So the wing on the left. Here's Pascal. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Shamet on the wing. They need this. No good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And there's Chris, then it's Wiggins, and it's Pascal in at the four-man position. That's the Warriors' 5. George against Thompson. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it to Morris. Clock is at 3. The Warriors pull it in. Chris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson with the bucket.
Is that the shot that gets Klay Thompson going? Most of them do.
George finds Morris. Back to George. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Marquise Chris did not like that.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Out to the right wing. Here's Curry. Pass to Pascal. And here's Thompson. Puts it up from 15. That shot missing.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And George kicks to Zubac. The pass to George. The shot. Wiggins with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Morris kicks to George. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Back to Curry from deep. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. George, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Stolen by Beverly. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Begins with the block, and he recovers it. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Beverly. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They've held a 12-point lead early. Thompson from long range. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And George kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. The offensive rebound.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And it's Wiggins missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
It's Curry outside at the tip, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
They play with a good nose for the ball there, sneaks in, and does a little dirty work on the inside.
Here's George. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 6. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Here's Chris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Beverly against Curry. Thompson left side. That's the three fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And here's Leonard from three. But they recover it. Zubac finds Beverly. And here's Leonard from three. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
You think about some of the great streak shooters in the history of the game. Klay Thompson put up 37 points in one quarter. Let's go streaking.
And here's George for three. Misses the tray. Thompson inside the line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. Now here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. We're going to see a lot of offense tonight, Steve. What can either team do to try and gain an advantage in this one?
You know, I think first you got to limit your turnovers. I think you got to rebound the basketball, and I love the teams that can get to the free throw line more than others.
Collins, good.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates.
Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Really a game to forget, all because they spent most of it hacking away.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Lillard attacking. Offensive rebound.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. The shake. And the rejection by Collins. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. Lillard from outside.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Now here's Beverly following the missed shot by Nurkic. Beverly dishes to Morris. Zubac with it. He's picked up by Collins. And the rejection by Collins. McCollum outside. Banked in off the glass. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Collins.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 now.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Now here's Leonard. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Left side, Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Deep 2 from Anthony. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off.
Oh, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andre Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, Started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Simon, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Oh, sweet move there, taking the defender off the dribble and then just cruising in for the layup.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach.
Back to the action after this word. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He destroyed.
My inspiration really came from my mother, her dealing with stroke.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
Recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. On the wing, Williams. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse, craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time 6th Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Morris kicks to Williams. Back to Morris. The pass to Williams. Right side against Green. Lock at 6. Pass to Shamet. Williams attacking.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates. Quality block shot by the big fella.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Green. Unloads from 9, and Williams gets it to go on the assist from Green. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
Green dishes to Jackson. Pass to Shamet. That one misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way to the right side. A nice shot by Simons. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. But we see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
And it's Shamet missing. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Williams with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Green with the ball. Morris trying to free himself up. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The aggressiveness of Jackson, able to drive and convert against tight defense.
Here's Simons. From down in the low post, it goes. Simons has got 6 here in this quarter. The Clippers in the lead. Shamet on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Green against Whiteside. Here's Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Lillard way outside. Kept alive. Collins. AT that time from Leonard. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Near the three-point line, it's wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I didn't.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able... And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Anthony drives in. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound. Passes it to Nurkic. Now McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Carmelo throws it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The Clippers third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
For the lead, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And here are the Clippers now, trailing by 5. Zubac the pass to George. And easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Trailblazers leading by 3. And Lillard gets double-teamed to the paint. Here's Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's now 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Clippers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. McCollum deciding where to go with it. There's the pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum from the low block. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Whiteside. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Great patience from the young big man. The game slowing down for Whiteside. You can see that.
Green kicks to Shamet. Back to Green from 10 feet out and too long on the shot. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And that one's good, George.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Now here's McCollum. Defense is right there. Pass to Simons. Pulls it up. Whiteside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focused, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Passes it to Trent. McCollum outside. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. The pass to Whiteside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
The wide open look here for Anthony. The three-pointer no good. Leonard from deep three-point land. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 3. We'll be back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Collins. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Here's Leonard. That one off the back iron and out. Portland leading by 3. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Pass to McCollum over George. McCollum no good. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Collins finds Whiteside. Stolen by Beverly. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
At the line for your Clippers, Paul George. At the line for 2.
That's good from George. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. The Trailblazers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's McCollum. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard against Beverly. The kick out to Williams. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Morris. Collins with some nice D.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Beverly, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Lillard from outside. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Lillard from outside. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Down low, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard looking around. From deep. Tries to save it. Lillard again missing. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And here's George for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. George with no one around. No good on the triple.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Pass to Anthony. Three-pointer. Nails the tray.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Williams. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Leonard dishes to Morris. But they'll get another chance. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
He's a guy with all-star talent. It's been a long road for Whiteside, but he has a chance now to do something special.
Leonard on the wing for 3. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team for.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We take a look at the Trailblazers, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Warriors, right now quite a ways down below.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them, down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Now Wiggins following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Curry can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Right side, Green. Thompson outside, takes a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, this is his specialty, right? Klay Thompson's shooting form from range, so pretty.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And he can't answer back, the 3-pointer offline.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5, not exactly an ideal start.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Collins. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Here's Anthony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Now here's Thompson. Curry looking it over. Green kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
And the shot goes down.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
Over to the wing. Nurkic in the post. Over by Chris.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Lillard against Curry. Curry with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. And Chris throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Warriors making the shot. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Green against Whiteside. To the paint. A steal. Here's Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Portland again missing.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Wiggins outside. Back to Curry. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. All the great Golden State Warriors scores. Draymond.
I think there are times where one of the guys.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Clock at 2. Here's Pascal. A rebound by Hezonja.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Little with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And that one is good. Little's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now the pass to Curry. That 3 off the mark. Curry's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Little passes to Whiteside. And now here's Hezonja. Tight defense on him. Shoots from the elbow. Doesn't go for him. The Warriors go the other way with it. Coming off that loss against the Nets. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simmons. Now here's Thompson. He's got 6. Out left to the wing. Pass to Pascal. From deep three-point range, Thompson misses. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Thompson after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And that one drops for him.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time. Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
Now here's Lillard, who's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Thompson misses. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Warriors leading by 3. Got a piece of it and stolen by Hezonja. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's Poole taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Passes to Pascal. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Pascal's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Lillard the pass to Little. Here's Trent. He's covered by Thompson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Looney, it's good on the putback. Looney's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. They put together some nice offense. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. Curry against Lillard. From past the arc. Curry can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Fires the 3. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got the first points of the 3rd quarter up on the board for Portland. Here's Wiggins. Outside, Green. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Collins dishes to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Wiggins, left side. Outside Curry. Pass to Chris. Thompson against McCollum. Puts up a 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Nurkic the pass to McCollum. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Curry against Lillard. And the pass to Chris. Pass to Wiggins over Anthony. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard dishes to Collins. For the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson outside. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Thompson passes to Wiggins. Curry outside. Collins grabs the miss. Curry finds Wiggins. Here's Chris. Goes up again. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Thompson passes to Curry. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got 5 now.
Boy, the ability to pull the trigger so quickly. Steph Curry doesn't even appear to set himself. If it's a clean catch, he's getting that shot off.
Good on the bucket. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The drive by Thompson. Count the basket. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Thompson's frame may be lean, but make no mistake, he's got great strength, and he powers through the shot.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He can't get that one, and Golden State will come the other way. Outside Curry. Thompson up top, releases. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Lillard with no one around. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting 4th quarter. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland. Little out there with Whiteside. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. In the corner, it's Little. Lets it go from 11. And that's good off the glass that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now here's Wiggins. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. Up again, and Wiggins able to finish. Wiggins has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, see, I think Andrew Wiggins has the kind of leaping ability and skill to be really effective. I like that he's aggressive hitting the offensive window there, guys.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here we go, one-on-one. Good on the shot. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Here's Simons. Curry with some nice D. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Pascal. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
At the elbow, it's Whiteside. pass to Trent. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Oh, drew the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. He hits both from the stripe. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lillard outside to end the run. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half. Anthony against Thompson. Wiggins outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
A confident young man. Wiggins just answers the bell.
Collins in the post. Count that one.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Timeout called the Warriors. They lead by 2. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last time out. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing. But it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Clock at 4. Stolen by Thompson. To the inside, Chris. And Chris throws it down.
How exciting is this kid? One of the more athletic front court players you'll find in the NBA. Marquise Chris doing work.
Outside Collins. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. Here's Lillard. Shoots over Curry. No good off the back of the rim. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Thompson's so quick to pull the trigger. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he is ready to fire.
McCollum against Thompson. Over in the corner, Lillard. Pass to Carmelo. That one a little long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
.29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Adams with it, picked up by Thompson. Whiteside, high post. Here's Gabriel. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And a look at the Warriors arriving earlier on. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Now the Clippers with it. In the corner, it's Morris. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement.
And George kicks to Zubac. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green. Curry against Leonard. And there's the pass to Green. Thompson, left side. 5 to shoot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to respect the interior game of Thompson. I mean, he's confident going right up with it.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. George passes to Morris. Back to George. From the arc. A shot off that time. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Chris kicks to Curry. On the wing, Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Leonard with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
That one goes. Count it.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
George passes to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Wiggins against Leonard. He feeds it to Morris. Can't connect from short range.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special play.
Here's George. Nails the close-range fadeaway jumper. George has got 6 points.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Curry.
He's used to creating for himself, but this time Curry is a great decoy. I mean, he's the recipient of a good pass. I mean, that's great teamwork.
Leonard on the wing. Inside, stolen by Thompson. There's the 3. Oh, big-time shot.
He just beat the buzzer. He barely beat.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Green. Landry Shamet is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2. Now, here's Shamet. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Golden State. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Pascal. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Morris, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Passes it to Pascal. Here's Poole. He's guarded by Williams. And a deep three from Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Williams finds Shamet. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Warriors leading by 5. He's covered by Shamet. Pass to Poole. It's stolen by Morris. On the wing, Morris. There's the triple. The Warriors pull it in. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
Jackson kicks to Green. Now, here's Shamet. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. It's stolen. The pass to Poole. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. Jackson passes to Shamet. That shot misses, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets, Smailagic can't hit from in close.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles, and the basket is good. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Pascal, the basket pool. And the Warriors miss again. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Right side Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Leonard's got 8 points. 6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Poole. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Beverly finds George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now here's Thompson. Back to Curry. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Zubac's the best to George. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And here is Morris. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Clippers. Right now they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, Golden State. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Yeah, and when I look at the Clippers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
I think they can, Greg. But one thing's for sure, they're about to find out that regular season pressure is no match for playoff pressure.
Now Morris, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Thompson with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Wiggins. Goes back up. Outside for Curry. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 21 in the game.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Zubac, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Curry against George. Curry passes to Wiggins. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And here's a look at some numbers for Draymond Green. His last 10 games, he's averaging 3 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to Looney. Back to Thompson from downtown. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, he's an all-time great shooter with a tremendous motor. Thompson, he loves to one-up the opponent.
Williams against Thompson. And Williams, here we go. And George kicks to Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Zubac.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shamet on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Here's George. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Back to Curry, a 3-ball. Misses the shot. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Reggie Jackson. JaMychal Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Shamet in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
A good size for the 2 position, but Clay's been able to compete and play through the contact.
Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Thompson outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Passes it to Shamet. Green inside. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And another 3 for Golden State.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. There's Shamet and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And here are the Warriors now after the Clippers pick up 2. Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, he's a former NBA scoring champion. Curry just shows us why. It's a terrific night for him.
To the paint, here's Green. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Green's got his first points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Thompson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Down low. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
And so here are the Clippers. It's a 1-point game. Leonard, the pass to Shamet. The kick out to Williams. Back to Shamet. Thompson with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now Williams, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Takes it out to Leonard. Steph Curry with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Big bucket. That's how you do it if you're Steph Curry.
Clippers trail by 3. Leonard on the wing. Jacks up a 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. That's to Curry. Lets it fly. Curry with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Williams finds Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Over in the corner, Williams. Lets it go with a 3. And no good. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Green. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. They get it again. Back to Curry. From deep. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Oh, I mean, what a time to turn it over. I mean, if this game doesn't go their way, we're going to look back on that.
Thompson for 3. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And the wide open shot for Morris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It drops.
Oh, he's got the attitude for this kind of pressure. You know, Draymond loves the big moment.
To the middle. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Now here's Curry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the 3 off target.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Well, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
And here's Leonard from 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And it's the Warriors' ball. 3-point lead. It falls!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Oh, good on that one. Curry looking it over. Chris finds Curry. Thompson from long range. That shot is off. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They seem to relish their role. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon. And with tip-off coming up, we've got well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Lillard misses. And here's Los Angeles.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Elbow shot is on the way. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Over in the corner, Zubac. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
Here's Beverley. The shot's good on the assist by George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Portland Trailblazers. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And George with the stuff.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Lillard against Beverley. Pass to Carmelo. Shot from 16. And it's in off the backboard. The playoffs around the corner, Brent. Some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard way outside. Portland no good that time either.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
The pass to George. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. 1:33 left in the first quarter. The 15-footer. Rebound by Williams.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. Williams, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Lillard gets to Nurkic. That one off the back iron and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Let's take a minute to look at the NBA's three-point shooters in the point guard position here in the second half of the season. Patrick Beverly is second. Lou Williams fourth.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooting.
Well, let's put the three-point percentage in a box for a second. It's the range that those guys have that really blows me away. I mean, just about anything inside of half court is doable for them. Those are some long-distance marksmen.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Andrew Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. And Portland making a change here as Anya's checked in. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Simon, and he dunks it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Simons. It's Herzonia in the corner. 18 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Out to Morris. Back to Shamet. Dishes to Morris. From 12 feet out. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No.
9 times out of 10.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Now, so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in a 2-guard. Here's Simons. Green with the block, and they'll keep possession. Second chance shot. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, there's not a rebound that Whiteside cannot get to when he's floating around the charge circle, reaches up, snatches that one down.
Jackson finds Green. It's intercepted. Here's Whiteside. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And You know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Now here's Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
Such an effective combo guard. We all know that Lou Williams can score, but once he gets going, he'll set a teammate up too.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Hazonia with the ball. Morris is there. Shoots. That one wide left. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Here's Hazonia, connects on the 17-footer. Hazania's got his second bucket tonight. The Clippers in the lead. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Lillard against Jackson. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
Beverley finds Jackson. A rebound by Hazonia.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Lillard against Jackson. And the rejection by Zubac. Shamet, the pass to Beverley. Over in the corner, Green. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
1:04 left to play in the first half. Little gets the bucket. Clippers leading by 4. Pass to Jackson. Outside, Green. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Beverley. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Hazonia. Lillard outside. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Little kicks to Hazonia. 3-pointer, Lillard hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 7.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the 3-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Now Zubac. There's Jackson with the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, This one could go down to the last possession. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Shannon and George at the 2 and the 3. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Beverly in at the point. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Paul George with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Patterson. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. Patterson's got his first bucket of the night. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent. Something you're active in right now. And, there are some players who are playing for it, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that they're guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
Role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris is checked in for Patterson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And the pass to Zubac. Feeds it to Williams. Back to Zubac. Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 3. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Goes up on the wing. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 8.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Oh, Whiteside in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just a great alley-oop there. Teammates connecting. Whiteside with the jam. The D wants no part of that.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Here's Anthony. A stupendous finish in traffic. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Passes it to Morris. Taken away by Anthony. Down low for the lead. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. So, for the Clippers, Jermichael Green comes in for Ivica Zubac, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Williams. Deep 2 from Anthony, and that misses everything.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Anthony.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
That one falls.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Green.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them a... You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Simons uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Clippers lead by 4. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guy.
Our number one concern is trend.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Los Angeles leading by 4. Morris right side. Beverly deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Outside for Jackson. 3 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jackson's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. And a deep 3 from Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound. Here's Collins. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Here's McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. George passes to Zubats. Back to George. Fires from the corner. The shot that time not on target. And it's Portland the other way. Outside Anthony. Whiteside, high post. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep 3-point range. They grab their own miss, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Now here's a memo. You have to box out Whiteside, or he'll burn you with the putback jam.
Beverly dishes to George. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Outside Leonard. To the left side wing. Out to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles with another miss. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Lillard. It's good. This game is all even.
Guess what, Kev? Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
George passes to Beverly. Morris inside. Whiteside's there. Leonard looking around. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony leading the charge. That gives them the lead. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Melo wants every bit of those moments.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Here's Morris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Both good from the line that time.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Outside Anthony to the left wing. And a deep three from Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Beverly. Leonard against Nurkic. Leonard attacking. George passes to Morris. And it's Portland with the rebound. Anthony right side. And it's Lillard missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lillard against George. Inside. It's in!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Lillard against Beverly. It's McCollum on the wing. Over George. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver.
Leonard kicks to George. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Leonard. Money!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Lillard scanning the floor. Can't knock in the 3. On deep. Missed. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
All-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's NBA basketball on payday. Well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. Thompson for the triple. Green passes to Thompson. Curry kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Lillard outside. Fires for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
And Draymond Green does so much on the floor. It's hard to quantify by any measurement.
And people have called Draymond a product of the system before. But I don't care where he is. Draymond is going to be a major impact with his defense and playmaking.
Now Anthony, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. McCollum fires from way outside. Here's Nurkic. Collins, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Thompson way outside. Rebounded by Anthony.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Outside Collins. Over in the corner, Lillard. From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. And Golden State will come the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Green kicks to Thompson. Now Curry. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Wiggins drives in. And Wiggins throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Lillard misses.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
There's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
So it's Portland now. The Warriors making the shot. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with the shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Wiggins finds Green. And here is Curry. The three. Rebound by Nurkic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now here's Curry. Shot left block. The shot by Looney, no good. Portland leading. Passes to Simons. Whiteside with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Pascal. Here's Looney. Thompson in the corner. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So at the end of one. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Curry, and it's Looney in at the 5 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Pass to Hazania. Launches it. They get it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense. This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Curry passes to Pascal. Here's Poole. Hazonia defending. There's the pass to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. Fires from deep. Curry's shot is off. Portland leading by 7. Here's Little. Hazonia trying to free himself up. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Little's got his first basket of the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nice to see Looney getting involved with the slam there. An athletic player who provides some muscle for them around the rim.
Here's Simons, guarded by Kerr. And it's Simons missing. Hazonia kicks to Little. This one for 3. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focused, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Here's Looney over Whiteside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Clearly a foul.
Well, the former UCLA Bruin, Kevon Looney. Not a top option, but he knows how to contribute.
I love the energy and movement that Looney plays with. Doesn't create a lot on his own, but he always picks his spots, and he can finish a play if you take your eye off him.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Collins comes in for Little, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Curry passes to Looney, kicks it to Curry. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
When you think of this skinny kid that first entered the league, and then now you see his biceps, Stephen Curry has been putting in work.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Lays it up and banks it in.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Lillard finds Hezonja. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Trent passes to Hezonja. Offensive rebound, Nurkic, and another turnover here by Portland. The Warriors making a switch here. Lee's checked in. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Warriors trail by 6. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Poole. He's guarded by McCollum. Poole, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. Lillard outside. From downtown, it's rebounded by Poole.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Lee outside. He tries for 3. Right wing launches it. Pass to Poole. He kicks it to Lee. Tries yet again. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Poole's got his first points in this one. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Anthony. They could use a bucket. The Trailblazers rebound. Back to Lillard. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach half.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grind.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter was... And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Here's Collins. Green with the block.
You know, so much of Draymond's rim protection comes from positioning. But this time, he just flat out went got it.
Well, they get it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Oh, McCollum in position, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
We don't talk about it enough. Curry has unbelievable vision. Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talk about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
And there's Lillard. That's good. On the assist by McCollum. That's 7 points for Damian Lillard. And Thompson puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
That buttery jumper reigning true. Clay's confidence from range, unbelievable.
And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
Here's Thompson, following the score by Damian Lillard. And here's McCollum for three. Cans it from downtown. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Lillard outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And 12 points for Lillard.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And another three for Golden State.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Anthony. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Shoots from the baseline. Steph Curry with the rebound. Warriors trail by 3.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles. It was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season. He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit. Well, he might have come into the league as a shooter, but Klay Thompson is so much more than that now. He's a complete weapon on the offensive end.
And it's tied up with that one. And with Thompson and his offensive arsenal, it's something he's worked on.
He has, and most people see Klay as this carefree shooting guard, but he's worked hard to improve his game. His post game, he's finishing at the rim better, and his mid-range has been fantastic. He's improved due to the time he's spent in the gym.
Wiggins against Anthony. Pass to Pascal. Thompson for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Thompson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Right side, the pass to Hazanya. Here's Simons, covered by Wiggins. Outside Anthony. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. There's the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
The pass to Trent. Now Hazanya. He's covered by Thompson. Misses off the left iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish.
Who's got ball? On the wing, on the wing.
To the middle. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Trent, and for Portland, Little out there with Anthony. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And it's good for 2.
rising to the occasion. He found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
And for Golden State, Portland trailing here. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Pascal. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. Thompson inside. Golden State moving the ball around. Pascal's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 4. Trent passes to Anthony. Here's Whiteside. They shoot again. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Pascal. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Thompson finds Chris. Back to Thompson. Wiggins, right side. To the paint. Out to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Passes it to Green, and stolen by Whiteside. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Collins is running. It's stolen by Green. Here's Chris, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the big fella.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for Golden State, Draymond Green.
And he makes the first. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And both free throws good for Green.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
McCollum outside. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard from deep three-point land, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 11 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
It's a hand on it, and the second chance effort by McCollum. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 2. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. We said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
And here is Anthony after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Anthony against Wiggins. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And there's Green on the assist by Wiggins. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, good recognition there. Draymond exploits the heart of that defense.
Collins finds Lillard. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And McCollum puts up a deep three.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
And it's Lillard missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. 7-point differential. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Thompson in the corner. Takes a three. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there. Time.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it